After a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. A carry here for the big tight end. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop it from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Steal. Check steal. Ultra. Go ultra. Down.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Check smash. Hey, go Fury. Smash. Smash. You don't play. Ready.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Ready.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Ready.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
No doubt about it. Nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance completes it to Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd down. Here's Davis Price. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did.
Let's go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. McCaffrey on the counter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check view. Hey, check mega. Ready.
And now they'll throw with Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check steal. Ultra. Go, cut.
Throwing now is Lance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
The Lance going to throw.
And that is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hurts.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, 49ers nothing.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, go steal.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Lance.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Blue striker. Ultra.
On second and 10, Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Strike. Check view.
On second and goal, Lance to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Ready up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
To throw, it's Lance.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Brown.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 21-zip. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check back. Black Ultra. Ready.
And Lance now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Hey, full fury. Ready.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And Lance's throw caught by Gray. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance going for it all. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. On the move past the 40. Still going. Touchdown!
strong Philadelphia. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey,
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Ultra.
Lance now on 1st down.
This one caught by Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on 1st down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 38, Hurts. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers 7.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From midfield, here's Lance. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Come on, set.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon. The touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, full fury. Smash.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. It started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On first and 10, here's Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Come on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And look like some movement there. Let's get the call. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 79 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Eagles 42, 49ers 14.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
No blue. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Green jack.
Lance looks to throw again.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check you.
Now Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Ready, ready.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, check Megan.
Here's Lance.
And now here is another interception. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Hey, hold your. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, go steal.
Lance now on first down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a timeout called for by the offense. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He shakes him off. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built